On March 8, 2014, a commercial airliner carrying 239 people took off from Kuala Lumpur, heading for Beijing. Less than an hour later, it vanished. No distress call, no emergency signal, no explanation. One moment, flight MH370 was being tracked by radar. The next, it was gone. More than a decade later, the world still doesn't know exactly what happened that night. This is the story of the greatest aviation mystery in history. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 departed Kuala Lumpur International Airport at 12:41 a.m. The aircraft was a Boeing 777, considered one of the safest passenger jets ever. Built. On board were 239 people from 14 different countries. Everything appeared normal. The weather was clear. The aircraft showed no signs of technical problems. The flight climbed to its cruising altitude and continued toward Beijing as planned. Then, at 1:19 a.m., the cockpit transmitted its final known message. Good night, Malaysian 370. No one knew it at the time, but these would become some of the most chilling words in aviation history. As hours passed without contact, search teams launched an emergency operation. Countries across Asia joined the effort. Ships, aircraft, satellites. Everyone was looking for MH370, but there was a problem. Nobody knew where to search. The aircraft had disappeared from civilian radar, leaving investigators with almost no clues. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Still, there was no sign of the missing Boeing 777. Then investigators discovered something crucial. Although the plane's transponder had gone silent, a satellite system aboard the aircraft continued sending automatic signals. These signals, known as handshakes, provided investigators with a rough path of the aircraft. The data suggested MH370 had continued, flying for several hours after disappearing. Its final route appeared to lead deep into the southern Indian Ocean, one of the most remote regions on Earth. If the calculations were correct, the plane had traveled thousands of miles after vanishing from radar. As the search continued, theories began to emerge. Some investigators focused on the captain, Zaharia Ahmad Shah. He was an experienced pilot with thousands of flight hours. Some believed he may have intentionally diverted the aircraft. Others strongly disagreed. No conclusive evidence was ever found. Another theory suggested a catastrophic technical failure, perhaps a loss of cabin. Pressure rendered everyone unconscious. The aircraft could have continued flying on autopilot until it ran out of fuel. But this theory doesn't fully explain the aircraft's deliberate change in direction. Then came the hijacking theory. Could someone have taken control of the plane? Again, there was no evidence, no demands, no claims of responsibility, no clear motive. Every theory answered some questions, but created many more. In July 2015, more than a year after the disappearance, a piece of aircraft debris washed ashore on Réunion Island. Experts confirmed it belonged to MH370. Over the following years, additional debris was discovered along coastlines in Africa and the Indian Ocean region. For the families of those on board, these discoveries confirmed their worst fears. The plane had crashed, but the main wreckage remained missing. The flight recorders were never found, and without them, the mystery remained unsolved. Despite one of the largest and most expensive search operations in aviation history, the exact location of MH370 has never been confirmed. Multiple searches have been conducted, millions of dollars have been spent. Yet the ocean has kept its secret. More than a decade later, investigators still cannot say with certainty what happened aboard the aircraft. No final answer, no complete explanation, only theories and questions. Lots of questions. 239 people boarded flight MH370 expecting to arrive in Beijing. They never did. Somewhere in the vast Indian Ocean, the answers may still be waiting, hidden beneath the waves. And until those answers are found, MH370 will remain one of the greatest mysteries of the modern world. What do you think happened to flight MH370? Let us know in the comments. and subscribe to the Hidden Dossier for more unsolved mysteries, true crime investigations, and hidden stories from around the world.